Enlightenment is more than just a philosophical concept. It's a transformative state of being that transcends the ordinary human experience. Often described as a profound state of peace, enlightenment is the liberation from suffering and the ultimate understanding of oneself and the universe. But what does it truly feel like? What is the experience of enlightenment for those who attain it? Let's explore this journey into the depths of self-awareness and spiritual awakening, diving into what enlightenment might mean for us as individuals. The essence of enlightenment: a life transformed. Enlightenment is frequently described as the end of confusion, doubt, and suffering, but that's just the beginning. At its core, enlightenment represents freedom, a release from the ego, from the confines of the material world, and from the cycles of fear and desire that hold us back. Imagine being free from all the distractions and worries that normally cloud your thoughts. Imagine a life where you no longer struggle with your emotions or feel overwhelmed by the constant chase for external validation. Freedom and ease, a weight lifted. One of the first things people describe when they experience enlightenment is a sense of liberation. Freedom doesn't just mean escaping from physical constraints. It means the release from the incessant pull of desires and anxieties. The ego that often defines our sense of self fades into the background. This shift brings about a deep sense of ease, where life no longer feels like an endless struggle, but flows with natural harmony. It's as if all the burdens you once carried on your shoulders have disappeared, and you're able to breathe fully for the first time. The weight of trying to control every aspect of your life, whether it's your relationships, career, or material possessions, lifts, and you realize that freedom comes from letting go, not from holding on. It's a profound realization that we are not our fears, our past mistakes, or our desires. Instead, we are part of a greater, interconnected web of existence. Inner peace and calm, the absence of disturbance. Enlightenment doesn't just bring about external peace, it instills an inner peace that radiates from within. This deep sense of tranquility is often described as an unshakable calmness, a stillness that is not disturbed by life's inevitable ups and downs. Imagine being in a state of constant serenity, regardless of what's happening around you. No longer do you feel compelled to react to the world with anxiety, anger, or frustration. Instead, you are grounded in your own inner peace, and nothing can take that away. In a world filled with noise and chaos, enlightenment offers the solace of complete mental and emotional calmness. It's as if, for the first time, you are at home within yourself, no longer distracted by the clamor of your thoughts or emotions. Understanding and insight, clarity beyond the surface. Perhaps one of the most profound experiences of enlightenment is the clarity it brings. No longer trapped in confusion, the enlightened person sees the world and their place in it with unmatched clarity. It's as if the veil of ignorance is lifted and reality is revealed in its purest form. This deeper understanding doesn't just relate to intellectual knowledge, it's an intuitive knowing that transcends logic and reasoning. The person who has reached this state sees through the illusions of the world, understanding things for what they truly are. There's a sense of certainty that accompanies enlightenment, a feeling of no longer being swayed by the doubts and uncertainties that typically arise in life. You are aware of your own nature and the nature of the universe around you. This clarity allows you to act with wisdom, making decisions that are grounded in truth and compassion. Compassion and empathy. The heart opens to all. As you become more connected to your true self, your connection to others deepens. One of the most notable characteristics of an enlightened individual is their compassion. Enlightenment isn't just about inner peace or personal wisdom, it's about extending that wisdom to others. You begin to see the suffering of others and feel an innate desire to help. Compassion flows naturally from a place of understanding that we are all connected. Enlightenment often brings with it an expanded empathy, a heightened ability to feel and understand the experiences of others. You no longer view others through a lens of judgment or separation, but recognize that we all share in the human experience. As a result, you are more compassionate, more willing to give, and more loving in your interactions with the world. Absence of suffering, liberation from the cycle of pain. One of the most profound aspects of enlightenment is the cessation of suffering. Suffering, as the Buddha taught, arises from attachment, whether to desires, fears, or the ego. When these attachments are let go, the cycle of suffering ends. Enlightenment, in this sense, can be seen as liberation not just from physical suffering, but from the mental and emotional suffering that binds us to our worldly existence. When you are enlightened, you experience life as it truly is, without the filters of fear, greed, or anger. You no longer live in the past or the future, but in the present moment, free from the expectations that once caused pain. This freedom doesn't mean that difficult situations won't arise, but your reaction to them changes. No longer does suffering have a hold on you, it becomes something that simply passes, like a cloud in the sky, with no lasting effect. Unity and oneness, becoming one with the universe. Perhaps the most transcendent aspect of enlightenment is the experience of oneness with the universe. This sense of unity goes beyond intellectual understanding. It's a direct, experiential realization that you are not separate from the world around you. You are a part of everything, a single note in the grand symphony of life. This feeling of oneness can be incredibly liberating. It removes the sense of isolation and separation that often defines our everyday lives. Instead of seeing yourself as an isolated individual struggling through life, you realize that you are connected to everything, every person, every plant, every animal, and every star in the sky. This recognition fosters a deep sense of belonging and love for all things. Presence and mindfulness, fully immersed in the now. Enlightenment also involves a deep immersion in the present moment. It's the complete and total experience of the here and now, where you are fully present in whatever you are doing. Your mind isn't distracted by worries about the future or regrets about the past. You are simply here, in the moment, experiencing life in its fullest form. This heightened state of awareness, often referred to as mindfulness, allows you to engage with life in a way that feels rich and meaningful. Each moment becomes precious, and you can savor the experience of being alive without feeling the need to chase after the next moment. The path to enlightenment, a journey, not a destination. While enlightenment may sound like the ultimate goal, it's important to remember that it's a journey, not a final destination. The path to enlightenment is unique to each individual, and it involves a process of self-discovery and growth. There are no shortcuts, no quick fixes. It's a lifelong commitment to awakening, to seeing the world with fresh eyes, and to living a life rooted in wisdom and compassion. As you embark on this journey, you may face challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but remember, the path itself is just as important as the destination. Each step you take brings you closer to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you, and in the process, you will find peace, clarity, and a profound connection to the universe. Conclusion: the ultimate freedom. Enlightenment is the ultimate freedom. The freedom from suffering, from the ego, from confusion, and from the constraints of the material world. It's a state of being where you are fully aware, fully alive, and fully connected to the universe. It's not an escape from life, but a deeper immersion in it. And in that immersion, you will find the peace and wisdom that have always been within you. So, if you are on the path to enlightenment, remember that every step you take, every moment of awareness, brings you closer to the truth of who you are. Keep walking, keep learning, and keep loving. The journey may be long, but the rewards are beyond measure,